Please turn your sound on to hear full explanations of our answers. Thank you. The question is, what are some good Forex tips for beginners? And my very short answer to that is, here's a few, because there are a few, but I'm going to keep them to a limited number. And actually, in many ways, if you're a beginner to Forex, then there are a few core central concepts that you need to know that really are, everything else is secondary to these concepts. Now, the first one is the battle between your emotions and your logic. You see, most human beings, we are a product of our instincts, and our instincts are where our emotions come from. And we make decisions throughout our daily life, even though we think that we're civilized now, especially over the last few hundred years, we still make most of our decisions in personal and work life based on our emotions, which is actually not a bad way to do things. Now, you may think that we don't do that we actually use logic, and you would actually be wrong. I'm quite comfortable in telling you that, because what a lot of people do is they backwards rationalize. They make an emotional decision, or a decision based on feeling, which is the same thing. They do that, and then later on they will try and backwards rationalize it as if they had made a logical decision, when in fact that they hadn't. They just come up with a reason for it after they did it. So the thing is, this works well in life, relying on your instincts and your emotions. It actually works very, very well. And it allows us to lead long and fulfilling lives with no problem. But when it comes to something like Forex, which is a quantitative-based discipline, then our emotions are too inaccurate for us to keep making consistent money in Forex for, because in Forex it comes down to, you have to make a decision, one way or the other, but you need to be precise. You have to be very precise, and that is why you cannot trade like that. There are some people who do manage to, and they're lucky in a way, but the vast majority of Forex traders realize and understand, and they learned this a long time ago. Maybe they learned it the wrong way by losing a lot of money, but they learn that you can't listen to your emotions. Often your emotions in Forex actually go against you completely the other way. You get too greedy, you get bored, or you get, a big one is you get fearful, and you don't let you could have made more money, but your fear stopped you making more money. And because it stopped you making more money, it meant that your losses actually were bigger than your wins. And because of that, you actually, in total, you actually lose money. And the only reason was because you were too fearful that when you were winning money, that you wouldn't let it get to such a big state, because you were just so fearful of losing it. So you cannot use emotions when it comes to Forex trading. You've got to be logical about it. That is the main thing. What's another tip I got for you? My other real big tip is learn, learn, and learn. Forex is not one of those things that you can go on a course for a month and maybe you won't be an expert, but you can't just go on a course for a month and then think, that's it, I'm going to be good enough. I never need to learn anything else ever again in my life about Forex. I now know enough. It doesn't work like that. It's not like doing a cookery course or something like that. In fact, it's more, let's use that analogy, it's more like becoming a chef. A chef, he might work in several different kitchens. He might work under the tutelage of several different master chefs. He might cook a whole variety of dishes. And it's only at the end that he kind of masters the art of cooking, where he can then do almost anything. And in a way, that's what Forex is like. You have to learn from as many resources and sources as possible. A lot of that is going to be reading, I have to tell you. Luckily today with the internet, there is more video and stuff. After all, I'm actually talking to you right now via YouTube as an example, but there are other forms there are other different courses and things like that you can get on video too. But at the end of the day, a lot of it is going to come from reading, and a lot of it is going to come from books. So I strongly recommend that you read as much as possible. Subscribe to some of the good websites. Join at least one forum as well. There are a lot of Forex forums out there, a lot of big ones, a lot of other Forex traders out there after all. And just, you need to think of this as a kind of new hobby of yours, but a serious hobby. And you need to dedicate the time to it. So what you cannot do is just say, for 3 days out of every month I'm just going to hit the books and not do anything else. No, it needs to be a bit more regular than that. You really need to start enjoying it too. And Forex is enjoyable anyway, because really, Forex, on the one hand, you're learning about some of the basic core concepts like techniques and indicators and psychology and that kind of thing. But on the other hand, you're also learning about everything that's happening around you. You're learning about what happened in the market. You're learning about what happened in this country and that country, and what's going on. Is there a war going on there? What's happening to the economy in this other place? This and that, and how all these things interact together. You know, what's the interest rate decision going to be tomorrow, etc., etc. So don't be daunted by the huge depth of Forex, because it actually is, it makes it all the more interesting. And what will happen is, over the next few years, because if you're serious, this is something you're going to be doing now, probably for the rest of your life, you're going to be getting better and better every year, but you're going to be continually learning, is that this is going to become a really enjoyable but serious hobby for you still. So, you know, good luck on this new journey of yours. You're going to make a lot of money, so long as you're serious. Like I say, you're going to make a lot of money, but understand that you're going to have to learn a lot, you're going to have to apply yourself, that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, and at the same time, you're also going to have to conquer this psychology. So learn from your mistakes. Remember that it's all about logic instead of emotions. And I hope this really helped you as a beginner. So that's my video for now. But before I go, I just want to let you know about, if you want to become that type of trader that I was telling you about, who is continually learning and makes consistent profits because he's using logic, he's not falling victim to his emotions, then for best results, I want you to please check out below. I'll put a link in the description box below. If you click on that link there, it'll take you to a site that's written by one of the biggest traders in the world, and he has this amazing kind of way of trading. That's the only way I can really describe it. A method, if you like, that he teaches thousands of traders, beginner to intermediate level, so similar to you, and some of them have made mistake after mistake after mistake, and he has turned it around for them. So, you know, he actually also does courses live for people, as well as owning this site. He actually does courses in person, and he does them over the internet and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, his site is a great resource. You're going to be blown away by it. Just have a look, click that link, check it out, read what he has to say, and you're going to definitely make a lot of use out of it. So I'll see you soon in my next video. Until next time, take care.